one thing I know about you, you are a writer. You like to tell stories and you're character driven as well. Do you feel like the art of storytelling is almost lost in cinema now?
Mm.
That's even for y'all, even for TV. If y'all watch TV shows, even for do you feel like the art of storytelling isn't as prevalent as it once was? Because now there's so many remakes. Here now
I'm
there's
curious what you
different
guys think.
IPs.
I feel like a lot of
Money
things
grab.
are remade and the originality has been lost.
Mm.
Like I that's why I cater more towards like I go into like anime or cartoons
Mm.
because it's a little more original,
Mm-hmm.
whereas other stories are just remakes and then with a little tweak on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like things that is always going to change, like something brand new. That's why I like Lucy because it's like no one made that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No one made that before.
Yeah.
She's right. Anime it is a little more. They have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to being original. The stories are original. Even the I want to say like the formula, like they don't have a specific formula like we
Yeah,
have in
you
Hollywood.
can do whatever.
Like they
Each one
can
can be
do it.
different.
It can. That's why Sinners was so big because it's like, oh, this is you don't really know what kind of movie you're watching because it's not following the regular formula,
Mm-hmm.
and the beats are not at the same tempo as a regular movie is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that commercialism that like we are locked into.
Mm-hmm.
Anime isn't locked into that, and I appreciate when filmmakers like Ryan Coogler
Mm-hmm.
go outside the box and make things. It's like, okay, I'm not doing the same regular Hollywood formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I appreciate what Star is saying. I even though I don't watch anime, I can empathize with the sentiment, like the originality and because you can go places in anime and cartoons that I guess
You can't.
Hollywood.
It's not real.
Yeah. So do I feel like it's lost? I don't know if I feel like it's lost. I just feel like, you know, B said something in the interview that he did for the film that I was a part of, Silent Prey. He said that I don't like the word difficult. You know what I mean? It's like, are there challenges? Yes. So I think the challenge is for creatives, artists, writers to figure out ways to introduce properties into the world that takes into account where we are today. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, with Silent Prey, I mean, you guys haven't seen the film, but the opening is the opening for a reason because I know at some point it's going to live in streaming, and you got this much time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you don't hook them in them first, it's just
Yeah.
they gone. So that was a clear thing for me, not in the writing, but in the editing of the film. When it comes to the writing, all I care about is the characters. I don't think about marketplace. I don't think about.
That's what I mean. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like some other people, it's straight with the marketing. How can we market this? How can this be bigger?
Mm-hmm.
People don't really care about the character. They don't care about that
Well,
much.
Will Smith kind of killed that though. I feel like Will Smith is and for me, was the first actor producer that showed that you can have story and character
Which
and
film?
entertainment. Any film, pick one.
Okay, you gotta tell me I'm a Will fan. You like Will Smith, correct?
Yeah, and what I was thinking about when you guys were speaking was both great points about like commercialism and about like that sector of anime. I think the art of storytelling is not per se like so focused on the commercialization where it's not there. It's just that we don't value it as much. So I think putting into that value, having these conversations and being able to kind of dissect films and maybe even TV shows, whatever piece of art that you want to, and being able to talk about it in a critical way. I think that's what's going to enlighten people to kind of analyze things a little bit better in a way where it doesn't make them think, oh, this is straightforward to like commercialism, but rather what is the purpose of this film trying to teach me, or being able to, resonate with a character. Just those conversations alone and being able to put out that type of media is going to make the value even up higher in storytelling.
I couldn't agree more.
Excellent.
But you might have contributed to the death of art.
I love. What I do?
You are a huge Marvel fan.
I love Marvel. I
Huge
love
Marvel
it.
fan. Now,
But
hot take.
He said, "Oh."
Hot take, and it's not really hot because Martin Scorsese has said it, and a few other filmmakers have said it. Like, those films don't really explore character and story in a way
they
that is full.
don't. Some do, others don't. I think when you go into a superhero
How many?
movie now,
What percentage do?
what percentage from Marvel is crazy now? That first phase, the Infinity Saga, it was a lot of storytelling. There was a lot of character development because we had to take all of these new characters, put them together. We had to figure out who Thor was. We had to learn about Iron Man, get all these people together. So, Thanos, it's falling off a lot now. Now it's, y'all ain't about to get me on my Marvel because I love me some Marvel. What percentage? 70%.
You can love Marvel and agree that it's like very low level content. Like you know what I'm saying?
It is right now.
But
It
we still
is.
love
But
it.
it's not just right now. It's
So,
What she said?
it's a lot of remake. That's why.
No.
Yeah.
It's adaptation.
They
Oh, you mean like
remake it.
part 2, part 3s,
Yeah,
and all
they're
that kind of stuff like that?
remaking it and they're not adding to it. It's like they're just remaking it and then just putting, like it's like if you was to say, like, I don't even know,
Yeah.
Peter Pan, for instance, right?
Okay, I fuck with Peter.
classic.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's say we take the cartoon version of Peter Pan, make him a reality version, and then remake the reality version, and then remake the reality version. That's
They're doing
kind
a
of
lot.
like what Marvel is.
I see what she's
Yeah.
saying.
But they just started though. You know what I mean? Like
Who
it's
just started? Marvel.
Marvel. I mean, yes.
No.
No, they've been
Blade.
doing it for a
Their IP is
while.
What
the
do you-
oldest IP.
I mean, as far as putting them on a big screen, it started with
Well, no. Blade actually had a story.
It did. You didn't like Iron Man?
Actually had a story. Keep going.
He's thinking about it.
I'm trying to think what came next after all these. Thor?
The first one had a story.
Okay.
First one.
The first Captain America?
Okay. I didn't like the first Captain America.
But you like that second and third one?
I liked the second one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because the second one,
You might not didn't like that second Thor, but you like that third one.
I never saw.
Corey, we know already over here. We watch them all.
I think they're all good.
Yeah, them being good and them.
No, but it did. But it wasn't. It was a story about
It wasn't the first Thor wasn't that good, but it did have a story.
It had a
about,
story.
He's about him too arrogant. And his father wanted to teach him a lesson, send him to Earth, become human, and you have to figure it out from there. And we
It
watched
was a story
that
about
change.
empathy. Yeah, it was a story. It was a story
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Now it wasn't a story like Captain America.
Great
Winter
story.
Soldier. Like Captain America: Winter Soldier for me is probably the best story.
So do you feel So are you saying superhero movies aren't telling good stories in general, or just Marvel per se?
I'm a character guy, so if I can't find a way to meet the character
Okay.
and understand what their dilemma is in a truly primal way, meaning that we all have primal emotions. We all want love. We all want safety. We've all experienced sadness. We've all experienced disappointment. We've all experienced joy. Like, these are primal emotions that you steep these characters in. When you don't do that, you create an obstacle for me to be able to enjoy what I'm watching.
So no superhero movie has done that for you.
What's it?
You didn't say no.
Captain America.
As of late.
Some superhero movies they done switched up completely.
As of late,
How dare you?
What?
We're gonna have a side
What
conversation.
about Hulk? They made him dumb later on.
They made him smart. Smart
Sorry.
Hulk. Smart Hulk.
Period.
He came
Wait,
together.
wait.
He's smart Hulk.
Rewind.
They about to switch it back up. Don't worry, he coming. He about to be
was
dumb
like,
again.
He came from like his original story of being like, like
Yeah, I get a Brute.
You get what I'm
a
saying,
Brute
like
and the regular Hulk, and they changed him up to Professor Hulk.
I'm like, why
they about
would
to
they
get back
do
to
that?
it.
Why would they do that? They made him a completely different character.
I get what she's saying. Look,
They switched him up
they
completely.
did, and I'm not even a comic guy, and that's why when I have these conversations with people who are with comics, like, I understand you guys have a backlog of information that I don't. Corey sounds like he does as well.
Oh yeah.
But I don't care about that. When you put it on the big screen, your job is to bring me in.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job. So I shouldn't have to know the whole story in order for me to vibe with what I'm watching.
So besides Sinners, what's another movie as of late that has done that for you? And same for y'all after that.
Wait, can you like I don't know really what the
That's
question is. I will be honest.
Characters. What film that you can really resonate with the characters? It's really drawing you in with the story and.
She's been saying like anime does that for her.
Wait, but I started watching Black Mirror,
Okay.
and that it's like
Stuff is freaky.
it's quick. Like it's like I feel like that's another thing. Like our attention span. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
Which is so sad now.
It is, yeah.
But I think that it changes up so much, but it's like original and then it resonates with what's going on today and what is yet to come.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of it has to do with like history. You can see how they changed like the storyline, even the setting, the timeline. Everything changes. Like they have like some classic in there. Some is black and white, but then they also have like some modern time and even futuristic.
It's a new season, right?
I mean, television is incredible, man. Television is better than cinema, sadly.
Okay.
They have more time to tell more story.
Yeah.
And
That's
they
what we're focused on now.
and they're willing to take more chances.
Are they?
Hell yeah.
Or are they not worried? Like, we want another season, so we got to make sure that we follow this.
No, it's
Formula.
not. Black Mirror isn't like that. Have you
Well, I
seen
mean,
it?
they're successful now, though.
The Penguin
Seven.
is a great story.
Penguin is phenomenal.
It's a great story.
Penguin is phenomenal.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
Ozark.
Okay.
Succession.
Okay.
The first White Lotus. I haven't seen the other,
seen the other ones?
other
Okay.
seasons, but
There's
it's
a lot of good shows.
First one was great. The number 2 season 2 not that great. Season 3 I'm in the middle of right now.
the first season. I was just like glued.
Yeah.
TV takes chances, man. You know what I mean? And I think that's why you see a lot of these stars going back to TV. TV used to be the place you didn't want to go. You wanted to get out of TV.
How do you feel about the Oscar nominees this year? Like we had like Anora, we had the Brutalist. I like the Nora and the Brutalist pretty good.
You trying to get me in trouble, man.
Oh.
Oh.
You want to know what you think.
Oh.
I love the Nora.
Okay.
I don't think that the right person won Best Actress though.